Have you ever felt invisible? Like the world moves on without noticing you, without caring if you succeed or stumble? Imagine walking down a busy city street. The noise of traffic, the chatter of people, the glaring neon signs. But no one sees you. Not really. You try to smile, you try to stand tall, but inside, a storm is brewing. A quiet desperation that no one can hear. This is the story of a man named Daniel, who knew that feeling all too well. Daniel grew up in a small town where dreams seemed to come and go like the wind. His parents worked tirelessly and often said, "Life is hard, prepare for disappointment." So Daniel did. He carried that weight through school, friendships, and heartbreak, building walls around his heart so high that even laughter struggled to echo inside. By his late 20s, Daniel had a steady job, a modest apartment, and the illusion of stability. Yet he felt a void, a hollow ache that no salary or fleeting comfort could fill. He spent his evenings scrolling through social media, watching people he didn't know live lives full of adventure, love, and fulfillment. And he couldn't help but ask himself, why not me? Why am I still standing here, waiting for something I can't even name? One rainy evening, after another long, lonely day, Daniel wandered into a small park near his apartment. The sky was bruised purple, rain misting the ground. An old man sat on a bench, hunched over, soaked through, clutching a tattered umbrella. Most people walked past. But something about the man made Daniel pause. Perhaps it was the exhaustion etched into his face, the way his hands trembled as he held the umbrella, or maybe it was a reflection of his own loneliness. Daniel approached. "Do you need some help?" he asked. The old man looked up, eyes meeting Daniel's with a mix of surprise and gratitude. "Thank you, son," he said softly, as if these words had been waiting decades to be spoken. Daniel shared his umbrella, walked him home, and listened to stories that poured out like a river finally finding its path. The old man's name was Mr. Thompson. He had lived alone for years after losing his wife and watching his children move far away. As he spoke of love, loss, and regret, Daniel felt something awaken inside him. He realized something he had never understood. Kindness matters. Not because it changes someone else's life, it does, but because it changes yours. It shifts your world in ways you can't predict. For the first time in years, Daniel went home with a sense of purpose. He started small. Every day, he performed one act of kindness, no matter how minor, helping a neighbor, leaving an encouraging note, listening without judgment. At first, he didn't notice any change, but slowly, things began to shift. One rainy Tuesday, Daniel stopped at a coffee shop. The barista, a young woman with bright eyes, looked exhausted and on the verge of tears. Daniel handed her a few dollars to cover the next customer's coffee and said, "You've got this. You're doing great." She looked at him like she had seen a ghost, then smiled, a smile that reaches your soul and warms it. That spark lifted Daniel in a way he hadn't expected. Small acts could ripple farther than he realized. Months passed. Daniel continued this quiet revolution of kindness. Then, one evening, in the same park where he met Mr. Thompson, he saw a young boy sitting alone on the swings, hugging his knees, shivering in the cold. Daniel approached. "Hey there, want some company?" The boy, Ethan, had run away from home, overwhelmed by anger and neglect. Daniel listened without judgment, offering warmth, understanding, and patience. Over the next few weeks, he helped Ethan find a safe place to stay and guided him toward a mentor. Through helping Ethan, Daniel discovered a profound truth. Giving heals. It fills the hollow spaces in your soul that nothing else can touch. Word of Daniel's kindness began to spread quietly. Neighbors noticed, co-workers noticed. Even strangers began to see a man who, once invisible, had become a beacon of hope. Daniel didn't seek recognition, he didn't crave attention, but the truth was undeniable. His life had changed, not because the world handed him a gift, but because he had given one first. The transformation wasn't instant. Daniel still faced struggles and moments of doubt, but now he had a compass, kindness, compassion. Every small act had the potential to change a life, not just someone else's, but his own. One particularly cold winter, Daniel walked past the park bench where he first met Mr. Thompson. To his surprise, the old man was there again. "You've done well, Daniel. You've learned what most people never do. Giving is living. Love is action. And the smallest gesture can ripple farther than you can see." Daniel felt tears prick his eyes. The storm he carried, loneliness, despair, invisibility, had begun to lift, not because the world changed, but because he had. And that is the truth Daniel wants you to understand. You may feel invisible, lost, or powerless. Life may seem overwhelming or unfair. But one small act, one choice to show kindness can change the trajectory of your existence. It can open doors you didn't even know existed, light fires in hearts you will never meet, and ignite a blaze of purpose and fulfillment in your own. Ask yourself, what small act can you do today that might change someone's life? A word? A gesture? A smile? A helping hand? The beauty of kindness is that it doesn't require grandeur, recognition, or reward. The true gift is transformation, in you and in others. Daniel's journey teaches us that life is not about waiting for the perfect moment. Life is about courage, the courage to reach out when it's easier to look away, to show empathy when the world teaches indifference, to act when hesitation whispers, "It's not worth it." Every smile, every act of generosity, every kind word is a seed. Some seeds bloom immediately, some take years, but every seed can change the world. And the astonishing part is that in giving, we receive. In lifting others, we rise. In showing compassion, we heal. Daniel's life was transformed not by wealth, status, or accolades, but by the simple, radical decision to care, to act, to love through action. The greatest power we possess is not money, intelligence, or strength. It is the ability to touch another human heart and awaken our own. Let this story be your invitation. Let it be the spark that says you can make a difference. Look around. See the people who are struggling, the faces hiding stories, the hands trembling under unseen burdens. Offer a smile, a word, your time, your humanity. You may never know the full extent of the change you inspire, but it will ripple outward, touching lives in ways both seen and unseen. If there's one truth to carry from Daniel's journey, let it be this. The world does not measure you by your achievements or possessions. The world measures you by the warmth you bring, the compassion you extend, the love you act upon. Every act of kindness is a thread in the tapestry of a life well lived. Take a moment now. Think of one person you can reach out to, one situation where you can extend understanding, one opportunity to show kindness. Then act. Do not wait. Do not hesitate. Because in that instant, your life, and perhaps someone else's, can change forever. Daniel's story is not extraordinary because of grand gestures or heroic feats. It is extraordinary because it is possible. Ordinary people like you and me can choose to act, to care, to give. Every day is an opportunity to write your own story, to become a beacon of hope, to light the darkness with compassion. So, ask yourself, what will you do today? Walk past, invisible, indifferent, untouched by the suffering and beauty around you? Or take that step, reach out that hand, speak that word, and begin a ripple that could change a life, including your own. The power is in your hands. The choice is yours. The time is now. If Daniel's journey has inspired you, if it has reminded you that one act of kindness can transform a life, take that feeling with you. Let it guide your actions, color your interactions, fuel your courage. And for more stories that lift, inspire, and teach timeless lessons, subscribe to Life Lessons Library.